Howdy y'all, Twitchonium here. I'm coming at y'all today with another March of the Machine quick draft. I know I've said it the last few times, but let's open a Praetor. Well, not a Praetor. Pretty good little blue card. Not a crazy bomb or anything, but just a, super nice flash flyer that draws you cards. I do like blue a lot, so I'm happy to start off in blue. Really a pretty weak pack overall. Nothing really jumping out at me here other than the Mastermind. Like Shatter the Source, probably the next card I'd pick out of this pack. Not a very strong pack overall, but we'll start off in a color I'm really happy to start off in here. Interesting. So we've done the green-white thing a couple of times now. Hasn't worked. But Lathiel is a strategy that I would definitely be down to try. Oh, but I really like blue, and we have played green and white a lot lately. Unsuccessfully, I might add. If we are taking the blue, or sticking to blue, maybe Invasion? Again, just not an exciting pack for our colors. I guess we could take like a Phyrexian Awakening here. There are a fair amount of incubate things you can do in white and blue. Get a bunch of Eyes of Gitaxias or something. I'm tempted to take the Lathiel, though. It's a really strong creature. But... Or maybe I could even take like the Protocol Knight if we end up in the Knight stack. But the Fairy Rogue, not the best in the Knight strategy. Could also go red and take the Spell Spear. The Spell Spear here is pretty great. And just start looking maybe towards like a blue-red Convoke strategy. Actually, I think I like that better than either of the white or blue cards here. Spell Spear is a really strong 2-drop. So we'll just snag that. Not really tied to any one thing quite yet. Here I'm going to just snatch up Invasion of Amonkhet. This card is amazing. I will run 2 or 3 copies of it. Even just the make everybody mill, discard, and then you get to draw part. Like that already is fine. And if you ever get to flip it, it's just the best creature in any graveyard. And now I'm much more tempted to push heavily into green-black because we have that. Now we'll take Captive Weird, which works with either of the 2 strategies that we're going for. Nice little pickup there. Some cool multicolor cards here, but I think we'll just stick to the weird. Well, I really want to play the Invasion, but there's a lot of open signs for the Convoke deck here. This is a tough call. I guess I'll take the Strobe Knight. Storm Sculptor I would love in a Convoke deck. Even some Temporal Cleansings, but I'm going to stick to the one color we're for sure playing here, I think. And Strobe Knight's a little stronger than the Cleansing. Okay, so now we've got Invasion, which is fine. If we don't take Invasion, we're taking like Tidal Terror just as a cycler. Yeah, I could see taking an Invasion just as like our one big card draw spell in the deck. Actually, now I'm going to take the Surveyor. I could take the Stasis Field as just medium removal, but I would like to splash the Invasion, even if we are in the blue-red deck, so I'm going to take the Surveyor here. And really, we're just blue so far, so... Eyes of Gitaxias, pretty happy to see that here. Could take the Dismal Backwater to guarantee the splash, but like I said, we're still not for sure in red yet, so... Shatter the Source makes me want to be a little more red, especially Convoke. We only have one Knight, right? Yeah, I mean, if we get more Knights, the Protocol Knight's fine. Although Tidal Terror is fine as well. Yeah, we'll just take the Tidal Terror. The unexciting filler creature here. Yeah, none of these. I'll just take an uncommon. Alright, so it's looking like we might play this if we need it for Convoke, but we are blue and something so far. Invasion of Alara. Can we do the 5-color splash? I mean, the flip side of this is crazy, but the The just ETB effect doesn't seem strong enough to warrant trying to go 5 colors. I think here we're just Volcanic Spite or Xeric Strobe Knight. Yeah, I think we're gonna commit to the red here and take the Spite because we don't have much interaction. I would love another Strobe Knight, but I think this is what our deck is missing right now. Ooh, yeah, we're definitely going to be on the red train here. We've got Invasion of Tarkir and Stoke the Flames in the same pack, and Eyes of Gataxias. Like, I would run pretty much every red and blue card in this pack if I could. But Invasion of Tarkir it's just a shock on the worst side of things, and then it can sometimes flip into a 4/4 dragon that shoots things for 2. Would love Stoke the Flames in this deck too, but we're going to take Invasion for sure. And now we'll take Ralzian Reinforcements, a nice way to get 2 bodies on the field early for our Convoke stuff. Meeting of Minds for the same thing, just a thing we can do with our Convoke. Huntsmaster is great, but we're already maybe trying to splash the Amonkhet, and I think we'll just stick to our colors from here on where we can. Interesting. I think I like the Wingspan here, actually. How many creatures do we have? Only 8 so far, I guess. You're not a creature, you're not a creature. This one we probably don't really want to play, but we might have to. This one we don't want to play. I'm just going to cut the ones we really would not be excited to play. I guess this is like a creature too, so that's an extra one. Same with Invasion, which I would like to play if at all possible, so. Zerkerb's not looking terrible, really. But we probably should pick up a creature. I don't think we have a ton of way to deal excess damage. We have 2, 3 things that can just straight deal damage right now, but no, I like having something else big to convoke into. We'll grab the Wingspan. Okay, well, now I'm going to grab the Halo Forger, and we're going to commit firmly to the Black Splash, because that's just a super sweet card. Another Invasion. Yeah, well, maybe we'll just go even true 3 color here. But now we need to pick up any kind of ways to fix a little better as well. Nothing in this pack. I guess we'll take a Conversion in case we really want that for the splash too. Take a 2-drop. That's nice. I think I actually like this kind of 2-drop in this deck. It's like the Tidal Terror. It can be one of our ways to break through on a board state late game. In early game, it's just a chunky defender for blocking and convoking stuff. Yeah, I like that. So, ooh, take another one too, actually. Then we can be pretty much set on our 2-drops here. I don't think I will run a Furnace Gremlin over one of those, but maybe we do. So right now we just need like 1 more way to fix, or 2 more ways to fix would be excellent. We'll just open a Ragavan here for a 1-mana play that's amazing and can help us convoke. I'd love to see some more big stuff to convoke into, like the dragon would be nice. So, early plays, we could even take another Mastermind, which would be kind of funny, but Ragavan's got to be the play here. Would like some top-end plays and some fixing, really, is what we need. Wow, we've got so many great, amazing options in this pack. Sea Double, Refusal, Invasion, Volcanic Spite. I want all 4 of those. We have 2 Invasions already, and I think that's probably going to be our limit. I think we should play Sea Double here. It's either Sea Double or Spite. It's a tough call, but I'm going to take the rare. And now we can get one of those big things to convoke into I was talking about. I would love a Regatha, but we're already trying to run these off-color things as our invasions. Plus we have the, where's the 2-mana one? Oh, I put over here, Invasion of Tarkir. So I think we're at our limit for invasions in the deck. So we'll take a big thing we can convoke into. Ooh, man. This is a tough call. I think Storm Sculptor is probably the call just to fill out the curve in the right spot. But I would love another Eyes of Gataxias or a Stasis Field, really. But I think we'll just take the Storm Sculptor. And now we take another big flyer for something to convoke into. Now I think we'll take the Spite over the Refusal. Although I would love to pick up some of these Refusals. I just like the Spite better, just having the damage. Eyes of Gataxias is awesome. I think I'll take another Shatter the Source, actually, instead of a 3rd Thunderhead Squadron. Even if we're in the colors, I'm not a huge fan of this invasion. Not really a big fan of the hasty dude either, but I think I like him better. I guess earn if we really need it for the splash. Yeah, we got the invasion back anyways. Alright, well we have an abundance of riches here. Honestly, the black splash is probably not supposed to happen, but man, are those some super powerful cards that we had on the splash there. But we have plenty to do in our main colors to the point where I don't think we need to try and do the splash. We'll see what the deck looks like before, after we cut things and see if the splash will be better, because these are like potentially 3 of the strongest cards that we drafted. So, alright, I don't like the terror anymore. I like having 4 big convoke things to work into. Don't like the ogre. I guess 5 with the wingspan is fine. Our creature count looks better. I don't like the heel slasher still. I'm not a huge fan of this invasion. I like the meeting of minds better. Not a huge fan of the dreadship in this strategy, but it might still be fine. It is still kind of 2 bodies with 1. Regatha I like now that if we cut the other invasion, I like Regatha. I think I actually like the artisan just to have more things to do at the low end. Seven, 8. So we have 8 so we get to cut 2 2-drops here. I think the lookouts are on the weaker side. Mastermind's great. This one's kind of weak too, I guess, since we're not in the deck that can take advantage of it. Gremlin's definitely weak. Prankster I actually think I'm okay with. If I'm going to play one of the 2/1s, I'm going to play the Prankster over the Knight. At least the Prankster, when it trades, makes them sack something else. So that's 2, 3, 4. So 2 more. Maybe we just cut the Gremlin and keep the 2 3s. And then we have to make 1 more cut. It's probably supposed to be a land since we have so much Convoke going on in the deck. Just making an even split. I could see that. Looks good. We've got some cool 1-drops in the deck. Like we're a rather aggressive little Convoke deck, trying to gum up the board with as many creatures early as possible and then Convoke out some big stuff in the end. We'll see if we can get there with it. Catch y'all in the first round. Welcome to round 1, y'all. We are on the... Ooh, no, not the play. We're on the draw. It's an okay looking hand. A little land heavy, but... Did I say an okay looking land or hand? Had lands on the brain because we got so many. And we keep drawing them, yeah. Get our Ragavan down. Kind of cool that we opened a Ragavan. I don't think he's really the strongest in this format, but I mean, he's still Ragavan, right? He's drawing removal, our 1-drop, so can't be too upset with that. Oh, I really want to play that, but I don't think I should. If the Volcanic Spike could flip it right away, I would, but I think we need to use this as a removal plus a battle. We will fire the Spite off at that immediately, though, and definitely ditching a land. Hey, that's a good draw. So is that. But if we draw into another 2-drop, we can play the invasion next turn and the other 2-drop and attack and tap the Knight to make another 2/2. So a 2-drop would just be amazing here. And we have a bunch of them in our deck. Part of why I tried to go so low in the deck was to keep the Strobe Knight potential alive. Well, it's a little rough. But we can at least pop the Inquisitor before it gets some good value. And we'll start plinking away at our invasion. Now if we draw our other Spite, we can just immediately flip it, our 4/4. Fair enough. I might just use this to flip it. Oh, no need. We got a hasty guy. We can't flip him too, though. I think that's okay. We can make him a flyer next turn. And they can't have infinite removal, hopefully. Ooh, Obosh is pretty nasty, though. Obosh is going to make me take a turn off to do this. We'll still flip our dragon, because the dragon is awesome. If they have removal for it, they have removal for it, but I'm not going to keep playing around it. They've had a bunch already. Yeah, of course. Okay, fair enough. Let's play this guy first. Let's play this by convoking this guy and see what we draw. And then we'll start swinging in on our side. Wow! Just so much removal from the opponent. Let's flip first. See if we hit a land. No, but we did hit a 2-drop. We can drop at least. We didn't get any dispersals in this deck, unfortunately, which is a little rough. 8 cards. Getting closer. Let's swing first. Draw our card next. Yeah, play the land now. I think we play another one of these guys, because if we do get 8 in their graveyard, that's pretty nice, and then we'll flip the token at the end step. Swing with 2 first, have them trade off. And then we'll do this, and this, and this. That way it's got the ward on it, and we can still hold up the Shatter the Source. Yeah, that looks like that'll do it. Sweet. An army of 2/2s. They just didn't have enough removal for all of them. See y'all in the next round. Welcome to round 2. We are on the draw again with this hand I like much less than our last one. I think I'm still going to keep it, but that might be a mistake. We don't have any of our 1-drops. Our 2-drops are weakest one. We are going to just keep drawing lands, of course. Yikes. Yeah, we got a deck full of stuff, and we even cut a land from the deck, and we're just going to keep drawing them. I mean, this is enough to literally cast every card in our deck now, so we need 0 more lands. And gonna keep on drawing them. I should have attacked there, probably. Definitely. Ah, this is really bad now. Gonna be taking 5, they're gaining 3. We're drawing into nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Terrible start. That's just super unlucky with the way that the Drew draw was. So, note to self, if we have 4 lands in hand going forward, I'm gonna just mulligan. See y'all in the next round. Welcome to round 3. We are on the play, finally, with a much better looking starting hand here. We've got a 2-drop, kind of 3-drop to refill our hand, some strong later game things to do. I have not gotten to actually use C double to its fullest extent yet, so I'm kind of excited to try that out. We drew into a nice 3-drop. Yeah, so much better than last round. Might just flip the Spell Spear next turn, we'll see. I'd like to have it flipped before we start casting other non-creature spells, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and remove it here. Ah, maybe not. But I am going to go ahead and start with that. And then next turn we can hold up C double and Meeting of the Minds. Oh, that's a great counter for our spells, our guy. Yeah. Rough. Okay, let me read this just to be sure. So I copy the spell and then make a copy of a creature. Okay, so yeah. Hey, they're gonna get to flip this. I think we still are supposed to hold them, hold up these two, and not play the random 2/3 dude who doesn't do a lot. Hopefully they play a spell first, pre-combat, that we can copy. So we can... Oh, but this thing can't block anyways, so even if we copy that, we won't really be able to block with it. Do I care enough about this? Not really. They'll probably put a counter on their Phoenix, I would guess. Maybe just on the Heel Slasher. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just draw our cards now. Ooh, Mastermind. That's a tricky way to block a Phoenix. Alright, let's see. We've got one, and then we could still hold up the C double and the Mastermind. That seems pretty good. The weird blocks there. Oh, I guess this guy has Menace, though, doesn't he? He sure does. I think I still like this, because between these two, we can create a surprising amount of potential blockers out of nowhere to eat up a Reaper when they're not expecting here. But ideally, they'll play their spell pre-combat again. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fire it off this time. Oh, why did I not get to do both? 8 or more. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I did not read my card fully. Brutal. I should have made a copy of the Heel Slasher instead. Oh well. You live and you learn. I would have done the Mastermind probably if that was the case. That way we'd have got the extra draw off of this guy. Okay, let's see. We could Artisan. And flip it. It does block their 3/3 flyer pretty well. I think I like that, actually. We are not in a great spot, though, that's for sure. I guess if we were going to spend all the mana to create a flyer, I should have, like a 3/4 flyer, I should have just casted this guy, but oh well. Since we're not making advantage or making use of the haste. And they've definitely got removal here. At least I would assume in a red-black deck that hasn't really, you know, spent its load yet. 2 cards, huh? I guess Shatter the Source, but man, I really like that. I think we just want the flyers, though. What I wouldn't give for a Hazardous Blast right now. Could flip the Weird. I think I like that, actually. Let's pay with health so we have our mana. Don't think I'm playing Ragavan yet. But now we've got a good blocker for the 3/4 first strike. We've got 2/2/1s to their 2/2/1s, and our flyer's better, so like we're scraping by. The fact that they're cycling that guy makes me think they've got some scary, expensive things in their hand they want to play. Like they probably have the invasion that deals 3 and gains them 3 life, so they can blow up one of our guys and gain a bunch back. Ah, okay. The shade that can grow. Alright, I think I'm swinging with my flyer now. Because we'll just drop another one. And that's going to be our win con is 2, 3, 4 flyers, it looks like. We really need to take out their Phoenix somehow if we can. That would be nice. Ooh. If they put it on their Phoenix, we pretty much have to just chump block it, which sucks. I hope they swing it at the invasion, actually. Yeah, that's fine. If they had swung at me, I would have had to chump. I don't mind them getting their small flyer. We'll take a little damage from it, but that's okay. We're in a really bad spot, though. Let's see if we can draw a good card. Well, that's a pretty good card. What do we shoot with it, though? The Reaper, I think. I can't swing with both. But I can swing with one. Because we're taking 2 from this thing next turn, so we can't eat the 4, 6, 8 from that. But if they can remove our squadron here, we're dead, so... That's all they swing with, that's okay. Yeah, I think we eat it this time. If they've got direct damage, we're dead. Oh! I am bad. We're just dead now because I didn't block. Wow. Brain fart. I meant to block this guy. I was totally focused on the flyers. The flyer's the one I didn't need to block. The ground guy I did. Wow. Well. Good old brain not doing what it's supposed to do. See y'all in the next round. Welcome back to the next round. We are on the draw with an unkeepable starting hand. This is much better. I don't want to get rid of any of this, though, really. I guess we get rid of a land and hope we get to Convoke Meeting of the Minds out with our creatures. Our single creature, I suppose. And we hope we get to Ragavan here. I mean, we get to cast him, but hopefully they don't have anything to block him. They are running Gigantha, so they can't have anything with 2 pips in their deck, which is pretty cool. Haven't seen anybody try to run Gigantha as a companion. I think we'll just hold these for now. I should be trying to get the invasion down first, but on turn 4, we could potentially get it down. I'm gonna go ahead and play it now. Shoot the Strobe Knight. And I think we'll go ahead and just flip this while we can. Sure, we'll drop a land for that. Alright, and they are going to go ahead and just scoop it right on up. Afraid of the turn 3 invasion of Tarkir Dragon. Alright, see you on the next round. Welcome to Game 5, where we are on the draw with another unkeepable starting hand. So we will mulligan this into a slightly better hand. I feel like another land is just it. Like, I want to cast all these spells. I don't want to get rid of any of them. Invasion's a pretty good draw. Not great with our lookout that won't be able to attack into it, but that's okay. I think it's still worth it to kill off a jury here. We really need to draw into some lands, though. There we go. I think I'm still going to play the Lookout first, just as a ground blocker. I don't think we need to rush things. We've got card draw to refill our hand, we've got interaction, and we've got a cool bomb we can try to hold until late game once we filled their graveyard. Now that I remember how it works. Or I suppose actually read how it works. Oh, that one we're going to have to shoot with our Spite next turn. But that's okay. I will decline. If they want to flip their guy, I'm happy to trade. Look out for the flipped Prankster. Ooh, Skyline is good. Make a big old 5/5. I think I like holding these up, actually, in case they do play a bomb. Now they're getting to the point where they might. If not, we can copy a 5/5 or something. I guess I don't know how this works with 0/0s with counters on them, so I'm not going to use it on that. We'll eat the 5. This is scary, though. I don't think I need to copy that. I think I get this guy down and then use him to... I guess it doesn't matter. Convoke, though, that way we get an extra body out at the same time as the Convoke. If we draw one more blue source, we can potentially hold up both of these, which is pretty cool. Yowza. Well, we may have to copy that guy. Yeah, I think we have to hold up C-double here. And hope they play pre-combat something that we can maybe copy. Otherwise, we're just making a Timberland Ancient. I think I'm still making an Ancient. Not a good spot, though. So I get one of these. I guess I could flip this for 4 and still play Ragavan. I guess if I'm doing that, I should do this first to draw a card. Is a Spell Spear better than a Ragavan? I think I'd rather trade off Ragavan at this point than Spell Spear, so... Let's hope they don't have a combat trick. It looks like they just have removal, potentially. Yep. Looks like that'll probably do it. We might be able to limp by one more turn here. I don't get it. If you have lethal in hand, friends, please cast the lethal and don't waste the other person's time. You know? But Rough way to end things there. Thought we were going to be able to snatch another one, but unfortunately not. Well, one game we lost because I didn't read. One game we lost because we only drew lands, and that last game was actually a reasonable game. We were definitely on the back foot most of it, but what have we learned? What have we learned? These big convoke things are not super... Well, the Shadow of the Sources is fine. I'm not a fan of these squadrons at all. We didn't draw the Storm Sculptor once, so we had to mulligan every game almost. That was kind of bad. Never drew the Wingspan. C double I do not like. The fact that it has to be 8 to get both is not great. This guy actually was okay. Strobe Knight never lined up well in this deck, so it makes me think like maybe I shouldn't have thought of so highly about him. Ragavan's cool. These guys didn't get to do that much either. They ended up just being a hindrance. I think if you're going to run invasions in your decks, you probably don't want to be running the lookouts. What else? Tarkir, obviously awesome. Yeah. Not a bad deck, really. I think we kind of got shafted on the draws a couple of times, especially since we had to mulligan so many times. Like, having to mulligan your hand every single game but one. And even in that game that we lost with that, I should have mulliganed because we ended up flooding out. So, just rough, but still a fun little time. And I appreciate you all coming along on this ride with me here today. I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.